Are you ready to take on the most transformative 90 days of your life? Can you imagine what it would be like to wake up each day knowing you are one step closer to the person you've always dreamed of becoming? In the next 90 days, you have the power to reshape your life, change your mindset, and set yourself on a path to success like never before. This isn't just another motivational speech. This is your call to action. This is the moment when you finally decide that enough is enough. It's time to do this. Time to stop waiting for things to change on their own. And time to take control of your future. What would happen if you focused your energy on one goal for the next 90 days, without distractions, without excuses? Imagine waking up every single day, fully committed to your mission, knowing that every action you take brings you closer to the life you desire. This is not some vague dream. This is reality waiting for you to grasp. So many people go through life passively, hoping for a miracle, hoping for change. But you have the chance to make that change happen right now. You have the power to decide what the next 90 days look like. Will you allow fear, doubt, or procrastination to take hold of you, or will you choose to rise above it all? Here's the catch. Most people give up too soon. They get excited about the idea of making changes, they start strong, but then life happens, they get sidetracked. The distractions come. They lose focus, they lose momentum, and before they know it, the days, weeks, and months slip by, and they're back to square one just wishing they'd kept going. But this time, you're different. You're not here to just try. You're here to win. You're here to change your habits, your mindset, and your future. It doesn't matter if you failed before. What matters is that you commit right now. The next 90 days are your chance to take bold action and create lasting change. So what exactly will you do over the next 90 days? How will you structure your time, your energy, your focus? The key is consistency. It's about making the decision right now that you will show up every single day, no matter what. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to keep moving forward. It's about the small steps, the daily choices that build upon each other, like bricks stacking up to create something powerful. The next 90 days will not be easy, but they will be worth it. You'll discover strength within you that you didn't know existed. And every challenge will make you stronger. You'll learn to push past your comfort zone and break through limitations you never thought possible. But there's something deeper at play here, something psychological that we all need to understand. Habits are what define us. The next 90 days won't just be about setting a goal or hitting a milestone. No, it's about creating the habits that will shape your future. The things you do every day will either take you closer to your dreams or further away from them. It's about understanding that you can build a life by design, not by chance. And let me tell you, there are no shortcuts to success. It's a process. It takes time. But with commitment, dedication, and a clear plan, the next 90 days will set the foundation for something extraordinary. Now, here's the question. Are you willing to go all in? Are you ready to make the kind of change that others only dream of? Think about it for a second. 90 days is not a long time, but it is enough time to create lasting transformation. In fact, it's the perfect amount of time to break free from old patterns and start forming new, empowering habits. Imagine where you could be 3 months from now if you really focused on one thing and dedicated yourself fully to it. Imagine the pride you'll feel when you look back and see just how far you've come. The next 90 days are your opportunity to prove to yourself that you have what it takes to create a life you love. You're probably thinking, what if I fail? What if I don't succeed? But what if I told you that failure is just a stepping stone to success? What if I told you that every misstep, every struggle, and every setback is an opportunity to grow and learn? Don't let fear hold you back. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently, day after day, and making progress. Even if it's just one small step at a time. This is your time to stop letting fear control. This is your time to trust yourself, to trust the process, and to take action in the face of uncertainty. Yes, it might be uncomfortable. Yes, there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But I promise you, it's in those moments that you'll find your true strength. There's something truly powerful about the first 90 days. It's like laying the first few pieces of a puzzle that will ultimately reveal the bigger picture. It's about establishing a new rhythm in your life. You're not just surviving anymore, you're thriving. It's about turning your dreams into a daily reality, one step at a time. The effort you put in now will pay off exponentially in the future. It's about starting now and staying committed. Do not wait for motivation to strike. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is what will carry you through. It's about making the decision to keep going, even when it feels hard, even when you want to quit. That's where the magic happens. But here's the real secret. The next 90 days are not just about achieving a goal. They are about transforming the person you are. This isn't about short-term success. It's about long-term growth. The person you will become over the next 90 days is someone who understands the value of hard work, perseverance, and consistency. The person you will become is someone who has the mental toughness to keep going, even when the going gets tough. The person you will become is someone who no longer waits for life to happen, they make it happen. And that person is unstoppable. So are you ready to step up? Are you ready to put everything you've got into the next 90 days and make them count? Because I'm telling you right now, this is the moment. This is your chance to transform your life. There is no better time than now to take action. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is here. The next 90 days are yours. What will you do with them? The reality is, your success in the next 90 days will come down to one thing: your commitment. You cannot afford to half-heartedly step into this journey. This is not the time for playing small. This is the time to go all in. Commit to making the next 90 days your turning point. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity to show up. The perfect opportunity is the one you create. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to commit fully. When you take that step, everything starts to change. You will begin to see the world differently. You will start noticing opportunities where others see obstacles. And most importantly, you will start believing that success is not just possible. It's inevitable. Think about the person you want to become in the next 3 months. Picture it clearly in your mind. What do you look like? How do you feel? How do you approach challenges? When you can clearly envision the outcome, it's easier to put in the effort required. Your mind is incredibly powerful, but here's the catch. It's not just enough to imagine it. You have to believe it and you have to act on it. The next 90 days are all about creating the belief system that supports your goals. Every single action you take must be aligned with that vision of who you want to become. You can't afford to let distractions pull you away. Focus will become your superpower, and when you harness that focus, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Do you feel that spark? That feeling of something deep inside you that's ready to break free? It's your potential waiting for you to act. You've probably felt it before, right? You've felt that pull to do something great, something extraordinary. But in the past, what happened? Maybe you held back. Maybe you were afraid to take the first step. Maybe you let the doubts win. Well, guess what? You don't have to keep repeating that cycle. The next 90 days give you the chance to make a different choice. To step into your power and move forward, even when fear is knocking at the door. The world doesn't need another passive observer. It needs action takers. It needs people like you. People who are willing to face their fears head on and take that first step. But let me ask you, what happens if you don't do this? What happens if you let this opportunity slip through your fingers like so many others before it? If you don't take action now, the next 90 days will pass you by, and you'll be right where you are today, dreaming of what could have been. Is that the life you want? Is that the story you want to tell? Or do you want to look back and say, I did it, I showed up, I made the changes and I became the person I always knew I could be? You have the power to decide. The future is shaped by the choices you make today. Don't let hesitation be your enemy. Move forward with conviction and make the next 90 days count for something meaningful. Success doesn't come from waiting for the right moment. It comes from creating it. And right now, the moment is here. What's stopping you from taking that first step? Is it fear? Doubt? Or maybe it's the idea that you're not good enough. If so, I want you to know this. You are good enough. You have everything within you to achieve greatness. And all it takes is the decision to start. Don't allow yourself to be paralyzed by the what-ifs and the buts. The more you hesitate, the more you miss out on opportunities that could change your life. If you want results, if you want transformation, then you have to take that first action. It's a leap, but it's a leap worth taking. The time for thinking is over. It's time for doing. It's time for showing up. The next 90 days will challenge you. There will be days when you want to quit. You'll face obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. And in those moments, you'll be tempted to give in to your doubts. But here's the thing. Those challenges are exactly what will make you stronger. Without the struggles, there can be no growth. Without the setbacks, there can be no comeback. Don't run from adversity. Embrace it. Embrace the discomfort, the fear, and the unknown. Because every time you face a challenge and push through, you will be leveling up, you will be learning, evolving, and becoming someone who is capable of achieving anything they set their mind to. So, when life tests you in the next 90 days, and it will, remember this. It's all part of the process. You've got this. The next 90 days are an opportunity to develop not just new skills, but a new mindset. You'll discover that the greatest obstacle to your success isn't external, it's internal. It's the voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, or that you're not worthy of success. That voice is a lie, and the next 90 days are your chance to prove it. Every time you push through a difficult moment, every time you overcome self-doubt, you are reprogramming your mind to believe in your own potential. That's how you change your life. By changing the way you think, the way you view yourself. Your beliefs are the foundation of everything you achieve. So, what are you going to believe about yourself in the next 90 days? The power of the next 90 days lies not in the results, but in the process. The true growth happens in the consistency of daily action, in the repetition of positive habits, and in the decision to show up every single day, even when it's hard. If you commit to this, you'll start noticing something incredible. You'll feel the shifts happening within you. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Imagine how much stronger, wiser, and more resilient you'll be by the end of these 90 days. The person you are today will be a shadow of the person you'll become, and that transformation will inspire others to do the same. You'll not only change your life, but you'll be showing the world what's possible when you take consistent, determined action. There's no room for excuses in this journey. You might try to convince yourself that life is too busy, or that you're too overwhelmed to make the changes you desire. But deep down, you know it's not true. You know that the next 90 days are going to be a challenge, but they are also an incredible opportunity to build something incredible. Stop making excuses. It's time to take responsibility for your future. No one is coming to save you. You must be the one to step up. When you commit to this process, when you show up day after day, you'll begin to see that success isn't as hard as it seems. It's simply the result of consistent effort. And that, my friend, is within your control. I can't promise that the next 90 days will be easy, but I can promise that they will be life-changing. You will look back at this moment and know that it was the turning point in your journey. The person you are today is capable of so much more than you realize. And the next 90 days, they will be proof of that. Are you ready? The time to act is now. It's time to embrace the challenge, push through the fear, and commit fully to the next 90 days. Your future self will thank you. The next 90 days will be your foundation for greatness. Don't waste them. Let's go. Have you ever noticed how quickly time passes when you're not paying attention? One moment it's January, and the next it's already April. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but what makes the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how we choose to spend those hours. The next 90 days will fly by whether you're aware of it or not. The only question is, will you look back at this time with pride, knowing you made every day count? Or will you look back with regret, wishing you had taken action sooner? Every day you wait is another day lost. That's why the next 90 days are so crucial. They are a chance for you to make the most of the time you have, to invest in yourself, and to create the momentum that will carry you into the future you deserve. Here's the thing, you are always just one decision away from a completely different life. You might be sitting there thinking, yeah, I've heard that before, but have you ever really stopped to consider the truth of that statement? One decision. That's all it takes to change everything. The decision to get started. The decision to stop waiting. The decision to take control of your own destiny. Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to decide that the next 90 days are going to be different. And once you make that decision, your life will begin to unfold in ways you never imagined. It's time to make that decision. It's time to commit, but here's the catch. Making that decision is the easy part. The real challenge lies in the follow-through. The decision to change is exciting and it feels powerful. But the key to success lies in your ability to show up every day, even when you don't feel like it. You will have days when you don't want to do the work, when you'd rather just give up, when you're tired or discouraged. Those days are inevitable, but how you respond to them will determine your success in the next 90 days. Will you push through the resistance? Will you remind yourself of the bigger picture, of the person you're becoming? Or will you let those tough moments define you and derail your progress? The choice is yours, and only you have the power to make it. The next 90 days will test your perseverance. They will challenge you in ways you've never been challenged before. But with every challenge comes an opportunity for growth. Think about it. Without obstacles, how would you ever know what you're truly capable of? It's the struggle that builds strength. It's the discomfort that leads to breakthrough. And it's the determination to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit that will set you apart from everyone else. The next 90 days aren't meant to be easy. They are meant to help you grow. They are meant to push you beyond your limits and make you realize just how strong you really are. When you commit to showing up every day no matter what, you will start to build an unshakable sense of confidence and resilience. And that, my friend, is something no one can take away from you. Let's talk about habits for a moment. The next 90 days are an incredible opportunity to build the habits that will carry you for a lifetime. You see, your habits shape your reality. What you do on a daily basis determines who you are and what you achieve. If you want to transform your life, you need to start with your habits. What habits will you cultivate over the next 90 days? Will you wake up early and get a head start on the day? Will you commit to working on your goals every day, even when you don't feel like it? Will you choose to be consistent even when you're faced with distractions or obstacles? The beauty of habits is that over time they compound. Little by little they will build the life you've always wanted. But it all starts with the choice to show up every single day and do the work. There will be moments in the next 90 days when you feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of your goals. You may look at the path ahead of you and wonder how you'll ever get there. But here's the truth. You don't have to figure it all out at once. You don't have to know every step of the journey. What matters is that you take one step at a time. Focus on the next thing in front of you, not the whole mountain. Small, consistent actions done daily will eventually lead to massive results. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. That's the power of momentum. Once you build it, there's no stopping you. So don't get overwhelmed by how much you have to do. Just focus on the next step. And when you take that step, celebrate it. You're making progress, and that's what matters. I want you to think about the vision you have for your life. Imagine where you want to be in 3 months. What does that look like? How do you feel? What kind of person have you become? It might seem distant now, but that future version of yourself is closer than you think. In fact, the next 90 days will be the catalyst for bringing that version of yourself into reality. It's all about the choices you make today. Every small action you take will move you closer to your dream. It's not about waiting for things to magically change. It's about creating the life you want through intentional action, day by day. The vision you have for yourself isn't just a dream, it's a reality waiting for you to claim it. The next 90 days are your chance to do just that. Now, let's talk about your environment. You may not realize it, but your surroundings play a massive role in your success. The people you spend time with, the things you expose yourself to, and even the space you work in all have an impact on your mindset and productivity. If you want to change your life in the next 90 days, you need to make sure your environment is supporting your goals, not hindering them. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who challenge you, and who inspire you. Remove distractions that keep you from focusing on what matters. Create a space that encourages productivity and creativity. The right environment can make all the difference in helping you stay focused, motivated, and on track. The next 90 days are your time to surround yourself with everything that will support your success. Let's talk about discipline for a second. You might be thinking, I don't have the discipline to stick to this for 90 days. But let me ask you this. Have you ever done something consistently before? Maybe it was working out, eating healthy, or learning a new skill. What did you do differently then? You made the decision to commit. You decided that you would show up every day, even when it was hard, even when you didn't feel like it. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently, no matter what. It's about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. And the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. You'll begin to develop a sense of self-control that empowers you to accomplish anything you set your mind to. In the next 90 days, you will learn that discipline is the key to success. In these next 90 days, the person you are becoming is someone who takes responsibility for their own success. You are no longer waiting for the world to hand you opportunities. You are creating your own opportunities. You are taking ownership of your life, your actions, and your future. This is the shift from passive to active living. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You are creating the circumstances you want. And when you take responsibility for your own success, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The next 90 days are your chance to take control and build a future you're proud of. So, take it. The time is now. As we move forward into the next 90 days, one thing is clear. You will face obstacles. It's inevitable. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. There will be days when things don't go according to plan, when setbacks occur and when doubt creeps in. But here's the thing. Obstacles are not the end, they are simply part of the process. Every successful person has faced challenges, but what separates them from others is their ability to overcome them. When you hit a roadblock, don't stop, don't let it derail you. Use it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and push forward even stronger. The path to success is never straight, but the more you learn to navigate around the obstacles, the closer you get to your goals. There will be times when you question whether it's worth it. There will be moments when you wonder if all the effort you're putting in will ever pay off. But let me ask you, what's the alternative? What will happen if you don't push through these tough times? If you give up now, you'll find yourself back where you started, dreaming of a better future but too afraid to take action. But if you stay committed, if you keep moving forward even when it's hard, you'll look back on these 90 days with a sense of pride, knowing that you didn't give up. The only way to fail is to quit. The only way to lose is to stop playing the game. So keep playing, keep going, keep going. When you face challenges, remember that success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about how you handle it. It's about your resilience, your ability to bounce back after setbacks. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. It shows you what doesn't work, which is valuable information on your path to success. Each time you stumble, you have the chance to analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and continue moving forward. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. And the only way to finish the race is to keep running, even when the going gets tough. So, embrace failure as part of your journey. It's the stepping stone to greatness. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to stay consistent. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, even on the days when you're tired, discouraged, or unsure. It's about doing the work, no matter how small, every single day. Think about it. The greatest accomplishments in life aren't the result of one big breakthrough. They're the result of consistent effort over time. If you keep showing up, if you keep putting in the work, you will eventually reach your goals. But if you allow yourself to stop, even for a moment, the momentum will be lost. So, stay consistent, keep going. It's the small steps that will lead you to monumental change. In the next 90 days, you will also be confronted with the importance of focus. It's so easy to get distracted, to lose sight of your goals when life gets busy or when shiny new opportunities present themselves. But let me tell you this, focus is everything. The more focused you are, the quicker you'll see results. Focus on your goals and block out everything else. Every time you give in to distraction, you take away precious energy from your mission. So start making conscious decisions about where you invest your time. Every hour you spend mindlessly scrolling on social media or watching TV is an hour you could be using to work toward your dreams. Protect your focus. It's the key to everything. While focus is essential, so is rest. Many people underestimate the power of rest in achieving success. We often believe that in order to succeed, we must work non-stop, pushing ourselves to the limit. But here's the truth. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Without rest, your productivity will plummet, your creativity will fade, and your drive will diminish. The next 90 days are about balance, about working hard, but also about taking the time to recharge. Give yourself permission to rest, take breaks when needed, and prioritize self-care. When you rest, you're not being lazy. You're recharging your body and mind, so you can come back even stronger. Success doesn't happen on burnout, it happens when you're at your best. So rest when you need to, but don't forget to show up consistently too. In this journey, your mindset will be everything. You can do all the hard work, put in the effort, and take all the right actions. But if your mindset isn't aligned with your goals, you'll find yourself stuck. It's easy to get trapped in negative thought patterns, to believe that you're not good enough, or that success is out of your reach. But that's just your fear talking. It's your limiting beliefs keeping you small. To succeed, you need to develop a mindset of abundance. You need to believe that you are worthy of success and that you have everything inside of you to achieve your goal. Your mind is a powerful tool, And the more you train it to think positively and believe in your potential, the more your life will reflect that. So take charge of your mindset. Start thinking like the person you want to become, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. The next 90 days are not just about accomplishing a specific goal. They're about the transformation that happens within you. By the time you reach the end of these 90 days, you will be a different person. You'll have a new level of confidence. You'll have a new understanding of what you're capable of. And that transformation will continue to ripple through every area of your life. The work you do in the next 90 days will have a compounding effect. Every effort you put in will build on the last, creating a foundation for continued success. But you can't experience that transformation unless you commit fully to the process. Trust the process. Believe in the power of your actions. You're building something amazing. Stay focused on that transformation and everything else will fall into place. During these 90 days, you will begin to see the power of daily rituals. It's the small, consistent actions that make the biggest impact over time. Whether it's waking up early, reading for 30 minutes every day, or setting aside time each evening to reflect on your progress, these small habits will add up. They will become the foundation of your success. The more consistent you are with your rituals, the easier it will be to stay on track and make steady progress toward your goals. So as you move forward, identify the habits that will support your success and commit to them every day. It's the power of the little things done consistently that will create the biggest change in your life. The next 90 days are not a race, they are a marathon. And in this marathon, there's no such thing as a sprint. The key to success is endurance. You don't have to be the fastest, the smartest, or the most talented. You just have to keep going. The next 90 days will be your training ground, your chance to build the endurance you need to reach your goals. There will be times when you'll feel like you've hit a wall. But when that happens, remember, it's not about how fast you go. It's about how long you can keep going. Keep your eyes on the prize, stay focused, and pace yourself. The finish line is closer than you think. At the end of these 90 days, when you look back, you'll realize that you didn't just achieve your goals, you became someone who doesn't give up. You became someone who stays committed, who pushes through adversity, and who knows what it means to persevere. You'll have built a level of discipline, resilience, and confidence that will carry you through the rest of your life. So I ask you again, are you ready to commit to the next 90 days? Because in doing so, you're not just changing your circumstances, you're changing yourself. And that, my friend, is the key to a future filled with limitless possibilities. As you embark on this 90-day journey, there's one essential truth that you must embrace. Your future self will thank you for the sacrifices you make today. The choices you make, the actions you take, and the habits you cultivate in the next 3 months will ripple through every aspect of your life. This is not just about achieving a goal. This is about transforming your future. You might not see the fruits of your labor right away, but rest assured, every ounce of effort you invest now will pay off in ways you cannot yet imagine. You are building the foundation for the life you've always dreamed of, one choice at a time. Trust in the process, even when the results seem distant. Success is built in the quiet moments, in the small steps, in the consistency of action. One of the biggest challenges you will face in the next 90 days is overcoming procrastination. It's so easy to push things off for another day, to tell yourself that you'll start tomorrow, that you'll get to it later. But let me tell you something. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It's the reason why so many people never reach their full potential. It steals your time and your momentum. The key to defeating procrastination is simple. Take action now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the conditions to be just right. The perfect moment is the one you create. If you commit to taking action right now, even in small ways, you will begin to build momentum that will carry you forward. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Your future self will be grateful that you did. In these 90 days, you will have the chance to create a new identity for yourself. The person you are today might not be the person you want to be in the future. But here's the incredible part. You have the power to change that. Every decision, every action you take is a chance to shape who you become. If you want to be someone who is disciplined, hardworking, and successful, then start acting like that person today. Don't wait for external circumstances to change. Change yourself from the inside out. When you start showing up as the person you want to become, you'll start seeing the world respond to you in new ways. It all begins with the decision to step into that new identity, to become the version of yourself that you've always known you could be. The next 90 days are your chance to master the art of discipline. Discipline isn't about doing things perfectly. It's about doing the right things consistently. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. Discipline is the muscle that will carry you through when motivation fades. And make no mistake, motivation will fade. There will be days when you don't feel inspired. There will be days when the last thing you want to do is take action. But in those moments, it's discipline that will keep you moving forward. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. And when discipline becomes a habit, it becomes second nature. You won't have to think twice about doing the work. It will simply be part of who you are. As you continue through these 90 days, you will inevitably face moments of doubt. It's natural. When you push yourself to grow, you will experience resistance, but don't let that resistance hold you back. Doubt is not a reflection of your potential. It's simply a part of the process. Everyone experiences doubt, even the most successful people. The key is not to let doubt dictate your actions. When you feel doubt creeping in, remind yourself of why you started this journey in the first place. Hold on to your vision, hold on to your commitment, and keep moving forward. The more you face your doubts head-on and take action anyway, the stronger you will become. Doubt may never disappear entirely, but it will no longer control you. Another powerful tool you will develop during these 90 days is the ability to delay gratification. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded by instant gratification. Quick fixes, easy pleasures, things that make us feel good in the moment but don't lead to lasting fulfillment. But if you want to build something meaningful, you must learn to resist the temptation of instant gratification. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It means that you must learn to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. The next 90 days will teach you the power of delayed gratification. It's about doing the hard work now so that you can reap the rewards later. And trust me, the rewards will be worth it. They always are. One of the most powerful things you can do in the next 90 days is to surround yourself with the right people. You've probably heard the saying, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Well, there's a lot of truth in that. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or drag you down. If you want to succeed in the next 90 days, make sure you are surrounded by people who inspire you, challenge you, and hold you accountable. These are the people who will push you to be better, who will encourage you when you feel like giving up, and who will celebrate your wins with you. If the people around you aren't supporting your dreams, it's time to reevaluate your circle. Surround yourself with people who elevate you, not those who hold you back. In this journey, you will also discover the power of resilience. Life isn't always going to go the way you want it to. You will face setbacks, challenges, and unexpected detours. But the most successful people are those who can adapt, who can bounce back after falling, and who can keep going even when things seem impossible. Resilience is what allows you to keep moving forward in the face of adversity. It's what allows you to turn obstacles into opportunities and challenges into lessons. The next 90 days are your opportunity to cultivate resilience. You will face difficult moments, but you will also develop the strength to overcome them. And in doing so, you will become someone who never gives up, no matter what. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I stay motivated for 90 days straight? And the truth is, you won't be motivated every day. Motivation is fleeting. It's the discipline, the habits, and the mindset that will carry you when motivation is nowhere to be found. In the next 90 days, focus on building a routine that supports your goal. Your routine will become the anchor that keeps you steady when the winds of motivation die down. Build your routine, stick to it, and let your consistency drive you forward. The more you rely on your routine and your habits, the less you'll need motivation. You'll be operating on autopilot, doing the work because it's just who you are. You are capable of more than you know. The person you are today is not the person you will be in 90 days. These next 3 months will push you to your limits, challenge you in ways you've never been challenged before, and force you to grow in ways you didn't think were possible. But at the end of these 90 days, you will be stronger, wiser, and more confident in your abilities. You will have developed the habits, the mindset, and the resilience that will serve you for the rest of your life. And when you look back, you'll realize that this was the moment when everything started to change. The time is now. The next 90 days are your opportunity to become the person you've always wanted to be. Don't let it pass you by. As we near the end of these 90 days, I want you to reflect on everything you've learned so far. The habits you've built, the mindset shifts you've made, and the actions you've taken. All of it has brought you closer to the person you've always wanted to become. These last 90 days have been your training ground, your proving ground, your opportunity to step up and show the world what you're capable of. But here's the thing, this is just the beginning. The next 90 days are a foundation, not the finish line. You are creating a new version of yourself, one that is stronger, more focused, and more driven than ever before. And that person will continue to grow, evolve, and conquer challenges far beyond what you've done so far. As you stand at the threshold of the future, I want you to remember something important. Success doesn't come from just one big leap. It comes from the compound effect of all the small actions, decisions, and habits you've made over time. The changes you've made in these 90 days are not temporary fixes. They are the building blocks of your new life. Every small step you've taken has set the stage for even greater success. Every choice you've made to push forward has created momentum that will continue to propel you forward long after these 90 days are over. The key is to keep going. Don't stop now. Don't let complacency set in. This is your moment, your time to seize what's rightfully yours. But let's talk about what happens when the 90 days are over. What's next? The truth is, life will continue to throw challenges your way even after these 90 days. But now, you have the tools to handle them. You have built the habits, the mindset, and the discipline needed to face anything that comes your way. The person you've become in the past 3 months has already set the stage for your future successes. So, once these 90 days are behind you, don't rest on your laurels. Continue to build on what you've created. The next phase of your journey is simply an extension of what you've started. And if you keep showing up, keep growing, and keep doing the work, there's no limit to what you can achieve. In fact, you might face moments when you wonder if all the effort was worth it. When the excitement of starting something new wears off, the true test begins. But let me tell you, it's in those moments of doubt, when you feel like giving up, that your true strength will show. It's easy to stay committed when everything is going smoothly. But the real growth happens when you're faced with adversity and you choose to keep going anyway. The next 90 days are only the beginning of your journey. But in those moments of difficulty, remember this. The fact that you're still standing means you're already winning. Keep going. As you move forward into the next stages of your life, remember that you are not the same person who began this journey. You've changed. You've grown. You've built the kind of character that will continue to serve you long after these 90 days are over. The version of yourself that you are today is stronger, more resilient, and more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. But don't stop now. Your journey doesn't end here. These 90 days were just the start of something bigger. Now you have the foundation. Now you have the tools. What you do with them is entirely up to you. The world is waiting for you to step up and show what you've learned. Are you ready to continue the journey? The next 90 days are an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of greatness. No one else can do it for you. The work you've done so far, the challenges you've overcome, and the growth you've experienced. It's all been preparing you for what comes next. You've built the momentum, and now it's time to keep moving forward. The road ahead may not always be easy, but you know that you have the resilience, the discipline, and the mindset to keep going no matter what. The time for waiting is over. The time for action is now. Will you continue to show up for yourself and keep moving forward? You might be asking yourself, how do I keep the momentum going after the 90 days are over? The answer lies in consistency. The habits you've built, the routines you've established, those are your keys to continuing your success. Stay consistent. Even after these 90 days, make sure you continue showing up every day. The moment you let up is the moment your progress stalls. So don't let it. Keep doing the work. Keep believing in yourself. Keep moving forward even when it gets tough. The secret to lasting success is consistency. The results will come. Just keep showing up. As you look ahead to your future, remember that the journey is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about continually improving, continually growing, and never stopping. The 90 days you've just experienced were not meant to be a quick fix. They were meant to be a catalyst for lasting change. Every day you've worked, every challenge you've overcome, every habit you've created, those are the things that will shape your future. The power is in your hands. It always has been. And if you keep moving forward with the same determination, the same discipline, and the same mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The people who succeed in life are the ones who are willing to keep going when everyone else quits. The next 90 days will be challenging, but they will also be transformative. This is the time to prove to yourself that you can push through the hardest moments, that you can overcome obstacles, and that you can create the life you want. The person you were at the start of these 90 days is not the same person you will be at the end. You've changed. You've grown. And now it's time to embrace the future you've worked so hard to build. In the end, the next 90 days are not just about accomplishing a set of goals. They are about developing the character, the habits, and the mindset to succeed in life, no matter what challenges come your way. As you move forward, remember that you are never truly finished. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. And the next 90 days are just one step on that journey. Keep moving forward, keep growing, and keep showing up for yourself, because the person you are becoming is unstoppable. The next 90 days are yours for the taking. Will you rise to the challenge?